All right, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's popping? What's good, what's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. So I'm about to do this real quick live stream. I ain't gonna be here too long. I'll probably be on here less than a half an hour, hopefully. But yeah, basically in this video, I'm answering a subscriber email, right? So remember, guys, if you want me to answer your emails, make sure that you click the links below the video and, hit me up. And when you send a donation, I will answer your email and we will get this shit cracking. All right. So today's topic, if you keep paying for sex, this is going to happen. Okay. If you keep paying for sex, this will happen. So I had a guy who hit me up in the email. What up, Demon Lord? What's going on? I had a dude hit me up in the email, and he basically asked me, he said, Locario, game is just too hard. What up, Joe Blast? Was popping, AT was good. He said, game is just too hard, and I just want to have sex. So he's like, should I go to like brothels and massage parlors to get sex? He's like, what's the negatives or the positives of that? What up, Keith? Joe Eck was popping. So, he hit me up with the email. He's like, look, game is just too hard. So, is it better if I just go to the brothels? Is it better I just go to the massage parlors? Is it better if I just pay for sex? Stuff like that. Right now, first thing I want to say to you guys is, if you want to pay for sex, go pay for sex. As long as you're paying for it in a place that's legal, you understand what I'm saying? Go do your thing. Pay for it until your heart is content and do it. Okay? You do not need my permission for you to go and do your thing. You're a man. You can do whatever you want. Now, if you're asking my opinion, though, right? If you ask in my opinion, I think it's weak, but that's my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what the title of the video though is this, so to answer the guy's question, you can go to the brothels and the things and all that other stuff and pay for it and get it. Now, this is what's going to happen if you keep paying for sex though. What about True? What's up? What's popping? True Savage, Bungami, what up? McCann, what's going on? So, what's going to happen if you keep paying for sex, right? What's going to happen is if you keep paying for sex is that, and this happens with anything else in life that you do on a consistent basis or you get used to, right? When you keep paying for sex, what's going to happen is that you're going to get used to paying for sex. And then therefore you're going to be getting sex, the sex that you're paying for. But what happens is that there's sort of like a limit to where that goes. So what I mean is that there's going to be a point where what you want, as far as dealing with women, your money's not going to be able to pay for that. You understand? So what you want, there's a certain limit to where what you want, money can't pay for it. You understand? And what's going to happen is that at some point, you're most likely going to want that thing that money can't pay for. And you're not going to be able to get it because the price of getting that thing that money can't pay for is having tight game. You understand? Like having tight game is the price you have to pay to get the thing that you can't get that money can't pay for. So let me break that down a little bit, simpler. so dudes understand. So what'll happen is this, right? What up, 50 Fitzwell? What's going on? What's popping? What is this, right? The reason why dudes want to pay for sex in general, there's always exceptions, but the reason why dudes generally want to pay for sex is because they can't get it without paying. If a guy can get sex without paying, then 9 times out of 10, he's not going to pay for sex because it doesn't make any sense because he can just get it. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll say, man, but it saves time and it's energy and all this other stuff, right? And what happens is that, yeah, that makes sense to a guy who's not able to get it easily, right? See, imagine you're a guy who you have multiple women hitting you up on the phone trying to see you, right? Just picture that. You have multiple women hitting you up on the phone trying to see you, trying to have sex with you, right? And let's say you're on online dating, you got a bunch of chicks in your inbox on Tinder and all these other things, even on social media, right? So you have an abundance of women who's ready to throw the pussy at you. Would you actually pay for sex? No, you won't. It wouldn't even make sense. Why would I be paying for sex when I have all of these girls that want to have sex with me that I'm attracted to? It doesn't make sense. So the point is that when dudes are paying for sex, generally it's because they're not able to access sex without paying, right? Simple. Now, there's other reasons you can have here and there, but we ain't got to get into all of that too much right now. But I'm just using it as a basic premise example, right? If you're getting it, you're not really going to pay for it, right? If you pay for it, that means you're not really getting it. You understand? So Anton said, or he can't get it from the particular female. I know married men that pay for sex. Well, yeah, that's that too. Either way, they're not getting the sex they want. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about guys who are getting the sex they want from multiple women are not paying for sex, period. It's not happening. You understand? It's like illogical. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's illogical. Think about the types of women you want. Imagine you're getting those types of women who are trying to throw pussy at you whenever you want, or you can call them up whenever you want to get some pussy. Are you really going to go out and pay for sex when you're able to have sex with women that you can have, you want to have sex with, right? So what happens is that the reason why these guys are paying is because they can't get it. Now, what's going to happen is this. So let's say you have a guy who starts paying for sex, right? He's going to keep paying for sex. And he's going to go out, hook up with this girl here, pay for sex here, fuck this hoe there, fuck that hoe there, whatever, right? So that becomes his norm, is paying women for sex. Now, what's going to happen is this, is that because that is his norm, right? Because that is, something that he starts to get used to, it loses its flavor. It loses its that oomph that it probably once had, or that excitement, because it's something that he does all the time now. See, let's take it back to a guy who's able to get sex without paying. Guys who are players, guys who can get sex easily, guys who don't really have an issue getting sex, or who have sex whenever they want. You understand what I'm saying? Guys who can get sex every week or whatever it is like that from, the woman in their rotation, or just picking up different girls, whatever, right? Guys who really get it know one thing. We all know this one thing. We know that it's not really special and it's not a big deal. But see, the perspective is it's not a big deal and it's not special because we're getting it. So keep in mind that I said that. When guys who don't have to pay for sex, guys who are players, guys who are max, guys who have game, they go out, they interact with women, they get sex, they got a rotation of women that they could pull from and all this other stuff. We realize that it's not a big deal. It's like whatever. You understand? Even there'll be days where you're just like, I don't feel like fucking today. I'm just not gonna fuck. I'll call that chick tomorrow. I'll see her next week. Whatever. It doesn't matter, right? And the reason why is because those guys are used to it. Exactly, True Savage. It's a regular occurrence, right? So what happens is that because it's a regular occurrence, the interest, or I should say not interest, but the thing that, is like the big deal about it is not a big deal because you got it. You understand? It's like a person who is rich and used to having money, right? They're not impressed by going to a fancy house or a fancy car because they got that shit. It's like, this is a Tuesday for me, right? So the guys who are getting sex is easily without paying, it's not special. Now, the guys who are tricking and getting sex on a consistent basis by tricking, what happens is that also becomes not special at a certain point. Meaning that they get so used to tricking and paying for sex, right? That it becomes normal. It becomes like a regular thing. It's like whatever. Now, what happens when things become normalized or it's just whatever, right? You start to look at it like it's like it's something you don't really think too much about. You know what I'm saying? Like I used the example the other day where I was talking about how because you most likely have water in your house, meaning in your in your sink. You understand? Like you go to the kitchen, you turn the sink on, the water comes up. You don't think about water or getting water, like until you're ready to go get water. Until you're thirsty, let me go in the sink or whatever. You got your Brita, whatever the fuck it is, right? You just turn on your sink, you get water. But you don't sit at home wondering, damn, when am I going to get water again? Oh my God, do we have water today? Oh, when's the next time I'm going to be able to drink a glass? You don't think about it because you haven't, right? And so what happens is that the guys who are paying for sex, when they're consistently doing that, it comes to a point where they know they can go out, pay for it, get it, and then it becomes normal. It becomes regular. Now, that might sound all good and well, but what happens is this, is that because that becomes normal, that means that there's going to be something else they want. You see? See, the thing they wanted first was the sex. You understand? They wanted the sex first. Right? So the goal was, I want to get to here, which is the sex. So I'm going to pay to get to the sex. Right? So they're able to accomplish that. Now, I want to say this too. This is a tangent, but it goes to what I'm saying. Don't think, because even the guy who sent the email, he said, oh, I don't want to have to go through all this work because game is work, whatever. Paying for sex is still work. You know, that you guys, there's guys out there that pay for sex, try to pay escorts, all this other stuff, and get finessed, meaning like they'll send a chick some money and the chick won't show up. You understand what I'm saying? Or the chick will give them the runaround, play a bunch of games. So a lot of dudes think just paying for sex is like super simple. It's not simple like that all the time. But, that's neither here nor there. I digress. I just wanted to point that out. But what happens is that the guy the goal first was sex. He's getting the sex because he's paying for it. And now it's like, okay, now I got the sex. Now what? Right? So what's going to happen is that he's going to want something more. See, and understand that paying for the sex is like on a low level when it comes to the game, or when it comes to you dealing with women and sexuality and all this other stuff. Paying for the sex is the low level. So what's going to happen with the guy who's paying for sex, he's having a certain type of sex. And I talked about this before. A guy who's paying for sex is getting prostitute hoe sex, which is different than women desiring you sex, right? So you got prostitute hoe sex, and then you got women desiring you sex. So when a guy's a trick and he gets used to the prostitute hoe sex, what do you think is going to happen? He's going to want to graduate to woman desirable sex, women who desire having sex with him. So he's right back where he started. You understand? So he went back that way just to come right back here. You understand what I'm saying? See, if you keep paying for sex, you're going to get used to keep paying for sex. And then you're going to want something more than paying for sex, because there's a limit on the experience of paying for sex, right? When you pay for sex, you can't get a woman who desires having sex with you. Fuck what you heard. You see, a lot of tricks try to fool themselves and fool other people into thinking that these hoes love them or that these hoes like them. And the funny part is, some of these guys, and this is the funny part, this is what happens. Some of these guys, because their game is weak and they are paying for sex, they start getting attached to the hoes. Like, there are actually tricks who will start to fall in love with the hoe. You understand? They start to fall in love with the hoe. Right? And the hoe's looking at this nigga like, come on, son. Come on, son. And sometimes she'll play it up because, of course, she wants to get more money out the motherfucker. Right? But see, that feeling of falling in love with the hoe, right? It makes that guy want a woman that desires him like how he desires the hoe. Do you understand? Because when he has the desire for the hoe that's beyond just sex, right? He can't get that from the hoe. See, you can't pay the hoe to love you. You understand what I'm saying? You can pay a hoe to pretend to love you, but you can't pay a hoe to love you. You see what I mean? You can't pay a hoe to give a fuck. You can pay a hoe to pretend to give a fuck, but you can't really pay a hoe to give a fuck. You understand? Shout out to Jay in the chat. What's popping, bro? But yeah, you can't. This is the thing. So what happens is that you have these tricks who will fall in love with the hoe. You understand what I'm saying? And then what happens is that the hoe don't love them back. And then they get in their mind, they're like, man, I actually want a chick who gives a fuck about me. You see what I'm saying? Like, I want that desire. I want a woman to actually like me. And see, a trick's money can't pay for that. This is what I said earlier. He can't afford that with his money. Only game can get you that. You see what I'm saying? Only game. So Yanka Dating Tuesday said, Locario, this on point. I know dudes that go overseas multiple times a year, and these dudes fall in love with them and send them money when they get back in the States when the girls need it. Facts, exactly. And that's how these chicks finesse these motherfuckers. These chicks be having girlfriends overseas, and they don't know that that chick has like 6, 7 boyfriends. It's you and 7 other niggas sending her money. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. So what happens is, again, is that the trick, the dude who's paying for sex, he gets used to paying for sex. He gets used to the sex, right? And then what happens is that since he gets used to it, he's like, man, you know, I want something more, because either he starts to fall in love with the hoe and he starts to catch feelings, and he's like, damn, I would love if this hoe liked me how I like her, but it ain't gonna happen. So what he wants is a situation where he's getting sex from a woman, but she also gives a fuck about him. But see, that happened only after he got used to paying for sex. So this is why I say, if you keep paying for sex, this is what's going to happen. What's going to happen is that you're going to get to that level where you're like, okay, well, I can get sex as I'm paying for it. And then what you're going to realize is, just like the guys who have game, is that just fucking a girl is just fucking a girl. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's fun, it's cool. Okay, we fucked for like 10, 15 minutes. Okay, I got my nut, you orgasm, whatever. And then we keep it pushing. But that's the extent of where it goes. But then what happens is that these guys who are tricks, these guys who pay for sex, they sometimes run into a woman that they actually like. You understand? They run into a woman they actually like, and then they don't know what the fuck to do. You see what I'm saying? See, they run into a woman they actually like, a woman they want, a woman that they're interested in, but they can't do anything because they don't have the skill to attract her, because all they know how to do is pay for sex. So the guy who sent the email, bro, I'm telling you, go do you, but understand, I really want guys to get this through their head, is that you can pay for sex all you want, but there is certain things you can't get by paying for sex. And those certain things, at some point you're going to want it, because a lot of dudes, they're like, well, I don't care, I'm just going to pump and dump. I don't care, I'm just, I just want to fuck these girls and keep it moving. I don't care if they care about me, I just want to have sex. You know why they say that? See, guys who don't get sex say that shit. Once you do get sex, then you're going to be saying some other shit. You see what I'm saying? It's just like when you have these rappers or artists and shit. They want to get put on so bad. They want to get a record deal. They want to blow up so bad. And then they're willing to do anything, sign any contract and all this other shit. Then they get into the situation, get into the business. They get used to the attention, used to all of this. And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh, man, why my contract suck? How come I'm getting fucked out of this money? This and that is happening. And they're like, they're on another side of the spectrum. But at first, they just wanted to get famous. They wanted to be popping in these streets. And the reason why they wanted to be popping in these streets is because they wasn't in the first place. You see what I'm saying? They wasn't popping in the streets in the first place. So when a guy isn't having sex in the first place, he's so concerned with just getting it. So he's like, yo, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'll pay these hoes, whatever. I don't care if they don't desire me. I'm just trying to get my nut, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you saying that because you ain't getting no pussy. But now that you paying and you getting that whole pussy, now, and remember, that's the lowest level or the low level. Now you're like, damn, I want some pussy from a woman who desires me. Because that's when you really want to be. Because you're so used to getting pussy from a chick who don't give a fuck about you. Now you want to start getting pussy from a chick who gives a fuck about you. But guess what? You can't get it because you ain't got no fucking game. You see what I'm saying? So, again, when dudes is talking all this, oh, I'm going to go overseas and just pay for the sex and all of that, it's because you're thirsty for pussy now. And I get it. I understand. But understand when you keep doing that, you're going to be right back to square one, which is, well, yo, Locario, this is girl at my job that I really like. Yo, Locario, this is girl at my school that I really like. Yo, Locario, this is girl down the street and I tried to talk to her, but I didn't know what to say. Yo, Locario, right? And you can go and pay that hoe. Well, you know, hopefully she's not booked for the night. You understand what I'm saying? Who's gonna fuck you for 7 minutes, right? Or let's say you falling on hard times, you ain't got no fucking money, then you can't pay no hoes, then you can't have no sex. You see what I'm saying? Exactly, certified time. We still talking about tricking because dudes was I got an email. Dude sent me an email. He's like, yo, I need to go into these brothels. She's like, the game is too hard, Locario. Should I go to the brothels? Should I go to the massage parlors and get the sex since it's too hard out here in the game? And like I said, do you, but understand you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. So when it comes time for you to, when you actually want a woman that you want to date a woman, like there's a woman you actually like, you're feeling her, because yes, that happens. You might actually meet a woman that you like spending time with, that you actually want a relationship with, that you actually want to see something pop off with, and you're not gonna be like, hey girl, can I pay you to be my girlfriend for a long period of time, and I want to pay you to have genuine desire. You can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? You can't do that. Your money's no good there. Your money is no good there. And understand, hoe sex is not the same as women desiring you sex. Not even close. You understand? I'm going to say it again. Hoe sex is nowhere near the same as a woman desiring you sex. It's night and day. Apples and oranges. You understand? So that's another thing. When you're paying for sex, what you're getting used to is a certain type of sex, which is different than a woman desiring you. You understand what I'm saying? So some guys, they think they're getting a woman desiring them type of sex. I heard dudes say, oh, well, you know, an escort or whatever, she's a professional, so she's going to do it really good. No. See, I always hate to be this guy, but I have to be this guy. I have to be this guy because motherfuckers be living in a fantasy. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be living in fantasy. See, dude, I've heard dudes say, "Oh, well, if an escort fucks with you, she's a professional and she knows how to have sex good." No. See, a hoe is like an employee at a job they don't really like. Do you know how people work at jobs they don't really like? You understand what I'm saying? Think about this. Do you think a person who's at a job they really like, do you think they're working hard? Do you think they're doing their best job they can do? You understand? Do you think they're actually putting in mega effort? First of all, they don't have to, because think about it this way: when you're paying a woman for sex, right? What you're ultimately saying to her is, you don't have to do a good job, right? Because how would I know the difference whether or not you're doing a good job or not? How would I even know? I'm paying you for sex, which implies that I don't get sex in the first place to even know if you're doing a good fucking job or not. Do you know that sometimes when hoes give head, they do this trick where they like spit on their hand, or they get a lot of spit on their hand, and then they like are giving you a hand job, and then they barely touching your dick with their mouth? You understand? Exactly. They half-assing that shit like a motherfucker. So you have a person who's doing a job that they don't like. You understand what I'm saying? Because most women who are hoes, prostitutes, escorts, they're not excited to be a hoe, prostitute, or escort. They're not. They would rather be doing something else. If you said to this chick, listen, I can give you this amount of money or more that you're making here, and you don't have to hoe, they would 90% of the time they're gonna take the other thing. They're gonna take the other thing. You see what I'm saying? So these hoes don't really like me. It's not, you understand? It's a job of necessity in a lot of situations. It's not a job that it wasn't like, man, like when they were 16, you understand what I'm saying? They were like, man, you know what? When I grow up, my goal is to be an escort. Huh? You know, my ultimate goal, you know, as a woman is to be sucking dick on the weekends. What? No, they don't want to do that shit. So they're doing a job that they don't really want to do, and you think they're going to do a good job. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. This is what I'm saying. So again, you'll get the sex. You'll stick your dick in a hole, right? But what happens is that when you get used to that, you're like, okay, I actually want something more though. Actually, like a girl there's a girl I know I like, or these girls I know that I'm attracted to. You go out to the bar, to the club with your boys on the weekend, and you see chicks in there that you want to fuck with, right? But they're not prostitutes. You see a bad chick over there at the bar sipping on something. She's not a hoe though. So how do you get her? See, the thing that a guy wants outside of the sexual situation, he can't pay for. And what's going to happen is that at some point you're going to desire that if you keep paying for sex. Because if you keep paying for sex, having the sex will be normalized and you will want something more. So Omar said, when is the book dropping? It's almost Christmas. So what's going to happen is the book that I'm coming out, Looks Don't Matter. I'm coming out with that soon. It's actually going to be dropping officially next year. So, but what happens is if you join the Bad Boy membership on the Bad Boy membership sale, on a Christmas sale, you're going to get it for free. You understand? So if you're on the membership or you join the Bad Boy membership through the Christmas sale, you will get it for free. You understand? So I don't know how much the book is going to cost right now because I haven't come up with a price. I'm actually going to probably do an audio version to it too. But if you join the Bad Boy membership, on the Christmas sale, or if you're already on there and you stay on there, you know, for the next month or whatever, you get it for free. And yeah, I'm gonna be also in KJ. I'm also gonna be including the ultimate bad boy package for the holiday sale. So the holiday sale is gonna be, you join the bad boy membership for $97. You're gonna get the access to the membership. You're gonna get access to the ultimate bad boys guide, the ultimate bad boy package, which is a bunch of my programs that you're gonna get for free, and you're going to get the new book, Looks Don't Matter, for free. You understand what I'm saying? So you're getting a lot of shit. You're getting a lot of shit. You said I'm teasing the black pillars. Yo, it's so funny. I'm telling you, the Looks Don't Matter book is so, it's so simple and straight to the point. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You understand? Crazy. But yeah, that's the thing. When dudes is out here trying to pay for the box, understand that there's a limit to that shit. There's a limit, because what happens is that at some point, right? At some point, you're probably going to want an actual relationship. At some point, you're probably going to want to date some girl. At some point, you might want a girlfriend. At some point, you might want a wife. At some point, you might want kids, right? So how do you acquire that? I don't know. Let me think. How do you get a woman who actually likes you, a woman who's going to be consistently, you know, cooperative with you, a woman who wants to be with you as a girlfriend or wife, a woman who wants to actually have your kids and respect you and all? How do you get all that? I don't know. You might need to learn some fucking game. I'm just saying, because you can't pay for that. You can pay for the box, but you can't pay for that. And this is the funny part. The more that you pay for the box, the more you're going to want the other shit. The only reason you want to pay for the box is because you're not getting the box. Once you get the box is going to be like nothing. It's going to be like whatever. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be like eating a bag of chips. And then you're going to be like, you know, it's like this. Getting the box is like eating a bag of chips. And then at some point, you're going to want some dinner. You understand? At some point, you're going to want some real food. You see what I'm saying? So that's what happens if you keep paying for sex. It's that simple. So again, like I say, like dudes is grown-ass men. They can do what they want. But the thing is this that dudes have to understand what that means and what they're getting into and not being delusional. You see what I'm saying? Like, dudes got to stop being delusional. You understand? You got to understand, okay, you're paying for this, and you are like getting the sex that you're paying for, but it's whole sex. And then that's where it ends. And then you got to keep paying for that. And see, I don't know about you. I got a high sex drive. So I like to, like, listen, I don't like to go 48 hours without fucking. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, man. So imagine you have a high sex drive. You're going to be paying for that much sex? Jay said, Locario, have you seen the video of that homeless dude in New York City that picks up women and eats and sleeps at their place? Is he a high value man too? I saw that video a while ago. But yeah, but see, you know, again, when dudes got game, they can do that type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? When dudes got game, they can do that type of shit. You said it's like getting DoorDash because you can't cook. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because let's say let's say I order rice and chicken from some restaurant, but I can also cook rice and chicken the same way the restaurant could cook it. Or let's say I just walk to the restaurant and get the rice and chicken. Guess what's going to happen in all three of those situations with the rice and chicken? It's going to be the same goddamn rice and chicken. See, when you pay for sex, it's not the same sex you're getting that you're not paying for. Do you understand what I'm saying? See, when you're having a sexual interaction, right? Sex is physical, right? But it's also mental and emotional, right? So the emotions and the energy within sex a lot of times creates the feeling, right? The physicality, that's what makes it actually really good. So for example, if you're fucking a girl and she's not really that into you, or she's nervous that, you know, while y'all fucking, her pussy might be dry. Versus if a woman actually desires you, her pussy will be dripping wet. Now, do you want to fuck dry pussy or do you want to fuck dripping wet pussy? You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes you're not going to be able to fuck some dry pussy because it's too goddamn dry. She got to get the lube. She's like, oh, it's hurting. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. So I'm just trying to tell you guys that, you know, this is how this shit goes, man. Shit is crazy. Because dry pussy ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? Dry pussy is not fun. It's crazy. But this is what I'm saying, guys. You get what you pay for. So again, if dudes want to go and pay for it, do you? I just say be careful. Make sure you're paying for it in a legal place that you can pay for it, so you don't get arrested or no shit like that. You know, in a legal state or country or whatever it is, do that. You know what I'm saying? But understand that you're getting hoe sex. You're getting hoe sex. You said dry pussy and the soft dick don't go together exactly. That's what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. Man. You said there was this Blue Jasmine chick. She said she's turned on by dudes spending money on women. Do you believe there are women like that, or is cap? Not as cap. Listen, y'all gotta stop believing what the fuck these women say, bro. Why do you think she would say that? Think about that. Why do you think she would say that? See, the reason why she's gonna say that is because she wants niggas to spend money on her. You understand? That's why she's gonna say that. Oh, I'm turned on by, no, she's not. No, women are not turned on by you spending money on them. They're not. They're not. Because spending money on them, and again, that goes to what we're talking about now, paying for sex. If you pay a woman for sex, she can't be turned on by you, period. Period. Imagine a woman actually being turned on by you paying her for, no, she's not turned on. Like a chick might like the fact that, oh, I can sell my pussy, meaning that she likes that she can make that happen. Doesn't mean she likes doing it, and doesn't mean she likes you. You understand what I'm saying? Man, that's what I'm saying. Like a chick, if you when you pay a woman, you're automatically unattractive to her. You guys get that? Like when you're paying a woman for sex, you are automatically unattractive to her. Because by paying her for sex, what you're essentially saying is that, woman, you are more valuable than me. So if you are telling her she is more valuable than you, how could she be attracted to you? Women are only attracted to men that they see themselves as equal or the men as better than them. As soon as you pay her, you are below her. So therefore, she can't be attracted to you. You get it? It's real simple. It's real simple. Exactly. You say she puts you in a client zone and she sees you as low value. Exactly. So you got to understand, like they can't be, they're not going to be attracted to you. And even that within itself, because they're not attracted to you, what type of sex do you really think you're getting? And so you have guys who will say, "Nah, look, Harry, I fucked a bunch of hoes and the sex was good." Yeah, the sex was good to you because you ain't getting sex. It's like, who was it? Eddie Murphy said this in one of his, I think it was Raw, Delirious, one of them. He said, you know, people be acting like, oh, if you wait to have sex, it's like amazing. He's like, look, if I didn't eat for a week and somebody gave me a cracker and I'm eating a cracker, it's going to be, oh my God, this cracker is the best cracker ever. Oh my God, it's so delicious, right? If you're not having sex and a hoe fucks you, yeah, it's going to probably feel good because you ain't getting no pussy. So you don't really know it. Like, if I've never had a home cooked meal, McDonald's cheeseburgers taste amazing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's crazy, bro. This shit is too funny. But listen, I ain't want to be in here too long. Me and Miles about to go record the Bad Boy show in a little while. And yeah, man, so we're going to go do that. Make sure you guys go join the Bad Boy membership. Get that shit cracking. Get that shit going. You feel me? Man. Crazy. You said Faxler had a homie. I sent one of my chicks to the nigga instead of insisted on paying her. Trick niggas will pay even when the pussy's free. Oh my God. That's funny. Oh my God. And see, that's what happens too. You get so used to paying for sex and that becomes the normal. So even a chick trying to give it to you for free and you're like, nah, I got to put down some paper on this pussy. Jesus. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That's funny, man. That's funny. But I tell you this, though. I would rather dudes go overseas or go somewhere where it's legal and pay for box instead of going crazy out here. You understand what I'm saying? So I'd rather dudes go pay for it than lose their mind and go crazy by not getting anything. So the best thing to do is learn some fucking game. But it's just sad out here, man. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. It's sad. But yo, guys, I'm about to head up out of here. Make sure you guys go to patreon.com/mr.locario to join the Patreon so you can get up on all the Patreon stuff. And I will holler at y'all guys later. I'll give you guys some more information soon on the holiday sale. I'll talk about it this Friday, actually, on the, on the live stream. And, you know, I'll have some information about that so you guys can get prepared for that. So make sure, I'm telling y'all need to get up on this Bad Boy membership ASAP. ASAP, ASAP, ASAP. There's like damn near like 100 programs on there at this point right now, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of information on there. So you guys need to get up on that and get that shit cracking. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. I will holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm going. I'm out.